Hello Taurus, Elsie here with another bonus read. You know what, I thought I would go through a few bonus reads because I've missed a few. And we're going to do bonus reads first before we do the weekly reads for next week because quite honestly, we're close to the full moon. And the bonus reads don't take as much energy, quite honestly, as the readings do for the week ahead. So here we are. A little bit of energy on the table for you, friend, as we exit April. Think a little bit more about May. Tell me about Taurus. Bonus read just to say thank you and happy birthday, friends. Let's find out what's going on for the Bull Gang. Don't forget, only 4 days left for the sale. Check the pinned comment if you want a pre-recorded sale price. Private reads. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. We've got the 10 Pentacles, Taurus. We've got, the Fool. What's going on here? Are you getting a job? Somebody's getting a new job. That's what it feels like. Or you're getting a raise. Or somebody's giving you more time, more effort, more energy, or more money. Something like that. And I feel like the answer is yes. This is something that I feel you've been waiting for, and it feels like it's about to go down, my friend. I think that you know it's about to go down because the High Priestess is here. Somebody's being quiet about something. Look, this does feel like it could have to do with material wealth, but it doesn't necessarily have to because this is the future. Whatever this is, if this is a long-term relationship for you, or that you're ready to say yes to maybe a long-term relationship, someone may be asking you of that. I'm going to say that the Fool is exhilarating, a little bit terrifying, because this is a place that the Fool, when it's up with the 10 of Pentacles, always reminds me of a new job, right? You get the interview, you get the big money, you sign the big contract, and then you walk onto the floor and all the eyes are on you because you're brand new. And it feels like you're under a microscope. So it does feel like it's a little bit nerve-wracking here. I'm going to say lean on silence, listen more than you speak. And also listen to your intuition, friend. Tell me more. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the 7 of Wands. And we've got the Page of Wands. Look at all this fire. This is exciting. Look, I feel that this is something that you've wanted and you didn't give up, is what it feels like. You have wisdom. And I think that that's what's marketable for you. I feel like you have wisdom. So either you're a younger person who's gone through a lot of things, or maybe you have a lot of real life experience is what it feels like, because all the 10 Pentacles are here. It feels like you have practical wisdom, I'm going to say. And whatever you want is whatever you get. I want to tell you, if you want it, you can have it. And it feels like as long as you don't give up, which you never do, Taurus, you never give up until you get what you want. I feel like you are about to be very excited, and it feels like you're about to remove some sort of financial block. Now, for some of you, it could be financial, but understand that Pentacles are a material world, not only material wealth. So you could have removed a block to your health. You maybe are coming to a place where you're reaching some sort of milestone in your health. It feels like there is something you're going to be asked to jump into, but I think you're ready for it. I think that we got 7, 8, 9 wands. Although you are tired, it does feel like the end of a marathon is what it feels like. The 9 of wands does give me the energy of being exhausted, being a little bit, burnt out, I would say. But it's only because you've reached the finish line, because after the end comes the beginning, and here's the beginning. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. You made some sort of really good decision. This will be a good decision if you say yes. It does feel like this is going to give you more financial balance, more balance in your health. Something is about to balance out in your 3D world, friend. And I'm going to say that it's all good news. Like, it feels like it's really good news in terms of what is going on in your life going forward. This does feel like the vacuum of Uranus going into Gemini's finally let you go. And I want to say that this is a place you haven't been in so long. It feels like a foreign land. And I'm talking about, like, nothing is falling from the sky. There's no problems coming ahead. I think that you might be expecting it, but I think that you're entering into a cycle now of abundance. I think the doors are about to open. People are about to say yes. You're about to make more money than you ever have. And it's not like it's around the corner. This is practical. This is 3D. It's like it could happen throughout the rest of the year. It does feel like you're finally in balance, even though you seem to be at this place that you've never been at before. This might be, for some of you, the first time in years that you've experienced balance, right? That you've experienced balance. We've got the Knight of Wands. Oh, okay. Do you know, I just heard, very interesting. I'm clairaudient, if you guys don't know that, if you've been here, if you've just showed up and you've never been here before. But I am clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient as well. But the clairaudient, I just heard a pilot say, all clear for go. That's what I just heard the pilot say, all clear for go. It might have been the tower speaking to the pilot, I think. So you're ready for takeoff, friend. Oh my gosh, I just got head to toe chills. Here we go. Ace of Swords, you're clear to go, my friend. So I'm going to say something becomes really clear. That you're cleared for go. You're cleared for takeoff here with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is, I feel like this last 8 years in Uranus, it's tripped up your stability, your personal life and your 3D life, right? It shook it all to the ground to reorganize it. And you're not the person you used to be back there. But I feel like the Knight of Wands is saying you've become brave. You've become brave in your decision making. You're really sure of yourself. 10 Pentacles, 2 Pentacles, solid, sturdy. It feels like you've become very sure, because I feel like the High Priestess is, your intuition is the clearest it's ever been. When we go through hardship, pardon me. When we go through hardship, it teaches us things. It gives us wisdom, the wisdom to keep moving. The King of Wands is someone who has wisdom, someone who has learned the control burn, not to react to everything that shows up, to give it a minute for the dust to settle. The King of Wands is also someone who is never going to give up. Never going to give up. And I feel like your reward is that you never gave up. Now something exciting is about to show up. You've removed a block to your intuition. You've removed a block to money. You've removed some sort of block. And it feels like something is becoming abundantly clear. Look at this. We have the World card. You have ended a chapter. You've ended this chapter, friend. Yeah. So it feels like you've hit a milestone. And maybe some of you don't believe it, right? We are cynics as being Taurian people, or having Taurus in the sun for sure. If you are here and you're a different sun sign, and Taurus is your moon or your rising, you're a little more organized, or maybe you move slower, but the sun signs tend to be a little bit cynical, right? Let's talk about the 10 of Pentacles. What's all this good shit that's coming up? Woo! Let's look at it. We've got the Hierophant, stability, standing on business. I've made my own traditions. I'm going my own way. I'm going to go down the path, and if you want to follow me, you can. And if you want me to commit to the job, if you really want me all the way in on the 10 Pentacles, then you're going to have to commit to me, because I'm no longer giving without getting it in return. So it does feel like you are standing on business here, friend. You are standing tall, building sturdy structures. I feel like you have a different mindset around money over the last 8 years. It feels like you're saving it, or using it to buy things or invest things, or building stronger structures, maybe saving money. We do have the Devil energy here. Let me get that. I feel like I should dive for it. You all know that I don't always dive. Tell me more. What's going on here? We've got the 7 of Cups. Do you know what I feel? I feel like the Devil is actually good news at this time, because you know what you're attached to? I feel like you're attached to the Hierophant energy. I'm never going to abandon myself again, because I know that people will call me stubborn, and I don't care, because I'm making decisions in the 3D, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the right time, the right place, digging my heels in, doing the thing I want to do. And also the Devil energy, I feel, is an attachment to the 10 Pentacles. Look, I feel like you've attracted stability, confidence It feels like good health, good wealth. And I feel like you've learned a new way to deal with money. You're not just burning it anymore. It feels like you are getting organized. You know what's coming in and out. The Seven of Cups is here. I feel like the devil, I'm going to say, is part of the illusion or the overwhelm. Because as soon as we see the devil, we automatically think negativity. And the devil isn't always negative. What is around the devil really gives energy to what the devil is all about. So I feel like you are attached, yes, that what's attached to you is the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Overwhelming abundance in the 3D. Like, how can that be bad? No more holding back. I think that you, through the last 8 years, Taurus, that you have faced everything that you need to face. All your fears may have come true, and I think that you had to face them all one by one, and now is your time for stability. It's time for you to be able to celebrate now. Tell me about the High Priestess. I feel like your High Priestess energy was blocked, but now I think that your High Priestess energy is guarded. I'm going to say that you have become very familiar with boundaries, and you are stable and moving to victory. Let's just look at this here. Somebody here is holding the Ace of Wands, which is effort and energy, creativeness. That's putting power behind whatever it is that you want. And then the Six Wands have made the bridge. So I feel like you are now on the bridge to victory here. And I think your intuition knows it. But I think you're cynical. Honestly, I think you're cynical about it, and you should be. You've just been through 8 years of of this hell, right? We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Cups. Taurus, I feel like you have learned a really important lesson. And that is to speak less and listen more. Not only to other people, but to your intuition. I feel like you are playing your cards close to the chest, and you're not giving up all of your secrets, your information, things about you. I feel like unless somebody shows up and gives you some energy, that you're not giving your energy out for free. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. I really feel like your main investment going forward here is your investment in trusting yourself. Because the High Priestess is the High Priestess because she or he has learned to trust themselves, trust how they feel inside. It's not only, life isn't only about a feeling, it's also about literal pentacles. It's about things in the 3D that are real and tangible, but it's also about making investments based on how you feel about it. Is it a good thing? It's like a strategic intuition is what it feels like. It feels as though something has become reorganized. I think that you have stopped falling in love with potential. Now you're keeping your stuff underneath the surface, whereas everyone else may have been playing under the surface and you were showing your cards. I don't think you're doing that anymore. The investment is now in you. You're investing in you before you invest in anybody else. Tell me about the King of Wands. There's something here that I think that you've wanted forever, and it's about to show up because you never gave up, because the King of Wands gets what the King of Wands wants. King of Wands never gives up. We've got the Magician. We've got the Eight of Swords. And we got the Two of Cups. Taurus, I feel like you are headed for some really joyful union, deepening of a connection. It feels like you're either about to meet someone, or maybe you're already in a relationship, in a marriage. That bond is about to deepen, I feel. The Magician coming up against the King of Wands gives me the energy that you are now... you now have the energy or the push. Feels like, why am I doing this? It feels like velocity. It feels like you now have the energy of the push to create your own reality. You're like, no. I'm creating the reality now. I'm keeping my cards close to my chest. Now you can do the guesswork about me. Because I'm not showing you my cards. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm going to be silent about my plans, about what I'm investing in, and I'm going to be very strategic with my emotions. You're not going to get my emotions on the surface, King of Cups. I am going to be so stoic, and I'm not going to give you what you think I am on the surface. You can come to those conclusions on your own. Tell me why the Seven of Wands is here. Because I feel like what's going on here is you're removing a block. removing a block to your intuition. I think you trust yourself on this side of Uranus being in Taurus. I think you trust yourself now more than ever, because I think you were let down a lot. You realize placing your trust in other people just isn't a stable way to live your life. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Look, there it is. Confidence. Confidence, good reputation, building something on your own. I feel like if you had a relationship go sideways, if a marriage ended, if a friendship fell apart, all of those things that we hold precious, if those things fell apart, Taurus, I think it was to teach you the lesson of it's time for you to do it alone. This leg of the race, this last 8 years, maybe you've been single for 8 or 10 years. It feels like it was supposed to be that way. To teach you to build your boundaries, to protect your reputation, to protect your health, your wealth, to prepare you to step into the pre-empress energy here, to build something on your own. Maybe it was a business, maybe it was a reputation or some confidence, but it feels like that you have changed, not only on the inside, but also on the outside. We've got the Four of Swords, and we've got the Queen of Wands. And so I feel like you are making bold moves, Taurus, but look, when you walk into a room, man, you are shifting the energy. That's what the Queen of Wands does. The Queen of Wands is now never going to walk into the room and wonder, am I in the right place? Do these people like me? No, the Queen of Wands is not doing any of that. The Queen of Wands is walking into the room, and not in a way that's stuck up, but the Queen of Wands is real and authentic. Person is walking into the room and saying, do I even want to be here? Like, do I even like these people? That's what it feels like. Your confidence has really come to a place of stabilization. I feel like you have healed yourself financially, healed your confidence. It feels like you've healed not only on the inside, but also in your 3D world. It seems like a lot here has changed. The Page of Wands tell me you have a lot of exciting shit coming up. Tell me about the Page of Wands. We have the Star. We have the World card. I really love this. Look at that. The Star, wish fulfillment, hope, healing, vulnerability. You've closed an old chapter of being vulnerable because now you're in charge of your money, your time, your effort, your energy, the inside, the outside. You've taken charge of all of that instead of handing that over to other people saying, please don't hurt me. You now have taken it back and said, you're not allowed to hurt me. So I feel like the World card tells me that the old chapter has changed. But listen, it changed you in the fact that it is not just the end of a chapter for you, but it's a milestone. It's an achievement. It may have seemed really, really hard, but you are not the same person you were when Uranus entered Taurus in 2018. You're not that person anymore. You've moved away from the chaos. I feel like you're going to continue to do that. I feel like if you're sitting in a group of people and some people start arguing or taking opposite views on something that you have nothing to do with, I think you just back away like Homer Simpson backing into that bush. I think you just back away and you're like, nah, I'm not in for that. No, thank you. No, you do whatever you want, but the chaos is over for me. Taurus, what is the advice that universe has for you here? Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Temperance card. You are in a cycle of healing. Yeah, the Temperance card says, now is your moment of alchemy. It's here. No more waiting. Your destiny is here. Everything has changed. You have changed so much in the last 8 years that you are not the same. Everything is expanding. Everything is changing. And you know what the greatest thing is? Is after going through so much change, you've become a pro at it. It's like if things start falling out of the sky, you're like, yeah, things are falling out of the sky. So what do you want for dinner? Like you become, it's not that things stop falling down around you, Taurus. It's like you just keep stepping over shit and you keep going. Yeah, I expected that's going to happen. So the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that fortunate things are coming up in terms of your healing. So maybe you've been unwell. Maybe your finances haven't been great. Maybe the job you hated. Maybe you got let go from a place and you're looking for a job. The Wheel of Fortune covers all of that. That's Jupiter influence, right? Which is the Wheel of Fortune energy, which is destiny, change. But it's really fortunate things that are about to happen, especially when Temperance shows up. There we go. You've had a long path, friend. Yeah. You're reaching some sort of goal here. And I think that maybe you think the goal maybe was supposed to be a tangible place, or it was supposed to be a relationship, or it was supposed to be whatever you thought it was supposed to be. But I think that the universe is saying you already have reached the goal. You took your time and you're like, I don't care how long it takes me to get there. I'm going to get there. And I think that you're about to reach a goal here, friend. There it is. Look, that's the biggest blessing that Taurus can have right now. The biggest blessing is I get to unload all the crap that I was carrying. I get to release some sort of financial burden, some sort of burden of health, and it's time for the Wheel of Fortune. The burden of change is gone. I feel like somebody is now more adaptable. You've become more adaptable, right? It's like Charlie is showing me in my mind's eye, showing me a surfer. You have to become adaptable to the wave. You can't just yell at the wave and say, go the way I want it to go. You have to adapt to the wave. And I think that you've adapted to this really hard 8-year wave, my friend. All right, I'm going to leave this right here for now, and I will be back with your weekly reads. Thanks, Taurus, for all the ways that you love in this channel. I always am grateful to see you here and see you in the comments. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.